Hello there everyone. Welcome to an episode of DM Car Reviews. Today we are driving a 2022 Dodge Ram Rebel 5.7 liter on our channel. Hello Nikolai.
What's up?
He's going to be our co-reviewer for this test drive today. And before we get started, I want to say a huge thank you to Michael over at Enterprise Sales of Rockville in Rockville, Maryland for providing me this Dodge. If you're looking for a high quality used car, reach out to him. But let's find the key and get started. This is the key to the car. Let's fire this Ram up and let's go take a look outside. Getting out of here is definitely fun. So as you can see, this one is the Stormtrooper version. It's the white on black. I think it looks very nice and aggressive with these color accents. Just need some window tint and a louder exhaust, and I think it would be perfection. I haven't driven this body style Ram of this year. I've only driven like a 2014 or 2015. I don't know how similar they are or not, but we'll find that out. Let's go check out the back seat. So jumping in here is a challenge. All right, let's move this to the center. All right, I am 6'2", and there is a ton of space, and you are 6'4", 6'5".
Yep.
Yeah, so that's Nikolai's height, and you have a lot of space behind you for like behind yourself.
Yeah.
The rear seats actually for a truck are incredibly comfortable. I have to give these a solid number 1 for comfort out of any truck that I sat in, because a lot of trucks have a very vertical angle of the rear seats. Here it's actually nice, like it's a good natural incline.
Yeah, sure.
We got cup holders, and look at how wide this back seat is. This is just incredible. We have the red and the black, some handles, a black sport headliner. So it feels very good in here. I actually really like sitting in the back of this Ram. All right, let's go look at the bed of this truck. As you can see, you can put pretty much anything in here, just cover it up with a cover, and there you go. Very practical. Now we're gonna go take a look at the engine. I just gotta find where the engine release switch is. Great question, where it could be. Oh, there it is. Ta-da. Yeah, let's try it. Yeah, if you can find where it opens. It's got to be like a handle. Let's see. Let me try and find it. It's got to be somewhere. It's right here. There we go. So we got the 5.7 liter V8. Very durable, very tried old engine. It's been in these cars forever. The Chargers, the Rams, the Durangos. Got 5.7 liter. All right, ready to close the hood? All right, careful. Yep, let's close it. You definitely gotta reach very high to close it. But now let's go look at the interior and take this beast for a drive. I like the stitching in the seats. Feels very nice. And out of all the Dodge products that I've ever been in, I have to say I like the interior of this one the most. One thing that I would change here is just the screen, get the larger one, because this is like a calculator screen. It's like the Mustang GT little screen. Very basic, has some basic options, and it is a touch screen actually. Rear camera, mirror dimmer, we got an auto dimming mirror. Compass, I guess that's helpful for us to know. Tow haul, traction. Let's look at the glove box. Here's our owner's manual. 2022 Ram 1500. Excellent condition inside. I like the materials here. They feel very nice for this class. There's a ton of space, and you can literally store anything here. Phones, cups, everything. Let's do a wiper test. Horn test. And let's look at the backup camera. Not the worst quality, but it is pretty small, and you can also look down too here. Very small camera, tiny, but it is here and it works. We also have 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive low, and 4-wheel drive high with hill descent and axle lock. We're gonna try a few modes today, see which one is the quicker one. I also like the carbon fiber, looks nice. We got our main screen, oil life, fuel economy, 13 mpg, get ready to fuel up. Trip info and the speedometer. But let's get started. I think that is all in terms of features that I wanted to cover. So give us some thoughts about this truck from your perspective. What do you think of it so far?
Well, yeah, obviously kind of not the standard truck that we all thinking about as for to work in fields, etc. Like would be waste kind of interior and all the options. I'd say a good family car, definitely decent for travels. And I think like as a second car could be like almost a perfect choice if you own something more economy, which like as we already said it's 13 mpg. So yeah, I mean I think it's a good car, probably not the first car of the family or not the first car, especially if you're all by yourself, but I think it's a good choice.
Yeah, it actually drives very nice. It's smooth, it's comfortable. The seating position is super high, so you're sitting pretty much above everybody else. I don't see a blind spot system. We have these mirrors here that are like a blind spot. Oh, the Golf is starting to fart. Definitely a tuned GLI right there. But I gotta say, it feels very nice. The brakes are a little bit to the softer side, so don't expect any crazy stopping power from them. You can feel that this is a heavy car. Oh, he wants to go. You can go, bro. It's actually pretty quick, I gotta say. It's not bad on the power. What do you think?
Well, yeah, I mean, you can feel the power under it. I mean, you know, like it's not quite constructed to be
a sports car, yeah,
but you can get some out of it.
But you know, there's actually a 700 horsepower version of this car. It's called the Ram TRX.
Oh, wow.
And that thing goes to 0 to 60 in like 4-something seconds, which is crazy, which is bizarre for a size of this kind of size. But I like how quiet this cabin is. At 40, it's very insulated. It's actually almost luxury car level. Like, yeah, it feels like a luxury car on the soundproofing. It's very quiet.
Saying about not wasting it to work in the field.
Yeah, you don't want to waste this for the field. Yeah.
Truck that we all thinking about to load some crap on.
Yeah, no, don't do that. And the power is wonderful here. Look, we're already going at a very good speed. It's got good acceleration. It's definitely not slow. The 5.7 is the much better option than the 3.6 liter. And I like how we're sitting so much higher than all of the traffic.
Yeah, it kind of does feel nice, especially when you're on the tall side.
Yeah. A lot of space. There's a lot of space in the cabin. It's it's very nice. I gotta say, I like the steering wheel, even though it is to the thinner side. It feels great. It's thicker here. Very easy to use. And the interior quality, like soft touch materials. Well, here it's all stiff but hard, but here it's soft. I like how the interior here is made. It's actually good quality.
Yeah, the interior is on the more luxury
side.
Yeah,
absolutely. I totally agree with you. But let's do a 0 to 60 test up next, and you will see that in the next clip. All right, so we're gonna let the traffic go a little bit further, and we're gonna first try it in 2-wheel drive mode, see how it drives in terms of the traction. All right, 3, 2, 1. Seven seconds, 2 people, that's impressive. I gotta say, those are very impressive numbers. 7 seconds for 2 people. And we did the quarter mile in 15.35, so by draggy that would be about a 15.1. And let's see the trap speed that we got. I want to see the numbers. All right, so we trapped, let's see, we trapped 94.1 miles per hour on the quarter mile. That is great, actually. I gotta be honest. Do you want to give it one more shot? Let's try with the tow mode. Maybe that makes the power better. Because when I did the test, I did it very lightly. Like I pressed it light and then I put the pedal down. I want to see if we can do better on the 0 to 60. Get out of 7 seconds. And also, does putting it to 4-wheel drive give it better time? That's my question too. So
it should, at least on this, like it should give you better acceleration.
A better jump?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you're probably right. Again, I'm not very familiar with trucks. I don't know how they operate in this sense. Maybe tow haul would help us. I don't know. We can give it another shot later on. See, see if that changes anything. It has good pickup. And it feels very comfy at speed too. Like at 80, 90, you don't feel like you're going fast necessarily. 70, taking the turn at 60 feels good, steady. No body, like no major body lean. Great power. I'm very impressed. And the speedometer is actually under optimistic. So when it says 83, it's actually going almost 84 by the GPS, which is usually not the case for most cars. But we're gonna do one more test, see if we can beat our time of 7.04 seconds. Let's also turn off the AC actually. How about that? Let's just turn off the climate. We're gonna keep traction on for the purpose of this test, for this run, and we're gonna keep tow haul on. All right, let's make a U-turn. Yeah. Do you think we'll fit in?
Yeah, we do.
We do? Oh my God, that was like really close. All right, let's try one more run. All right, let's try one more time. All right, let's come to a full stop. It's reset, 3, 2, 1. Let's see if that's any better. 7.1 again, so same time. We're not gonna go any further on the speed because it doesn't make any sense. We got the same exact time. I'm going to do one more try from the 4-wheel drive high mode. All right, let's do one more 0 to 60 in the all-wheel drive mode. Let's go. 6.9. Look at that. We did 6.9 with 2 people. That's impressive. So 4-wheel drive mode is faster on the 0 to 60, just by a little bit. So I'm happy we got to beat that time. So yeah, without a passenger, we could probably do 6.8, maybe 6.7. Very impressive times. And we trapped 75.4 miles an hour. Not bad at all. But let's go back to 2-wheel drive mode now. All right. Oh, there's a truck buddy coming. Oh, he's flying. Oh. What engine you got? What engine you got?
V8. That was good. That's brand new, man.
Yeah? You going to the next light? check its cornering. You definitely don't want to take turns in it too fast. This is pretty nicely. We obviously haven't gotten any major speed yet, but it feels good. The Toyota Sienna is actually a tall car, but look at how much higher we're sitting. It's crazy. I love the ride of this Ram. It's like butter. It rides like butter. I love it. Let's check the cornering. Yeah, I would not want to take the corner more than at 40 here. Because on a sports sedan, I can take it at 53 here on this turn. Here, 42 maybe would be the max, 43. I gotta say, I really like this. Like, I really like the way this Ram drives. Plenty powerful for my needs. Would you buy yourself a car like this?
Well, it obviously depends. Like, it's not a car for a city.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I mean, it depends on your needs, but if you need something heavy, if you have a family, if you live outside of the city in some urban areas, that's for sure your choice. It can be your choice.
Honestly, I would easily take this truck on a long trip with comfort.
Yeah, I mean, that's a long trip car. You just load up the truck and you have plenty of room for like 5 people.
Absolutely. I mean, I'd happily take this on a trip. It just has great pull. Wow. Impressive. Well, on that note, we will wrap up this test drive. I have to say, I really enjoyed driving this Ram. It has great performance. It feels awesome on the road. It has a luxurious cabin for its class. And it's got plenty of get up and go. It's plenty powerful. It doesn't even feel that it's that quick. When you look at it, it doesn't feel like a 6.9 second SUV, like a 6.9 second truck. It feels, you know, more like an 8-second car, like perception wise. Yeah. But it's much faster by the numbers than you think it is. Overall, I give this a very good rating. I definitely recommend this. Probably one of the best trucks that I've driven, at least comfort-wise and luxury-wise. Way more luxurious than a Tacoma or a Frontier or Nissan Frontier. Great truck, great truck. I think Dodge really did a great job on this. Well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Nikolai, for participating in the drive. Any last-minute thoughts that you want to add about this car?
No, nothing really.
Okay. All right. Well, make sure to smash that like and subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And until next time.